Hi there, how are you today? Okay, today I've been asked a very specific question a lot recently. What exactly is stopping this connection? Okay, no fluff, no, just what is stopping it? So let's have a look. All right, let's just have a couple of cards and see what we get. I can't come to you now. Interesting that, because I felt today that I was going to ask this question. So it's definitely clarified it. There is somebody who wants to speak to you, whether it's reconciliation or not, we'll see. But they can't do it at the moment. They can't come to you at the moment. Why can't I tell you the truth? Okay, so there's something they need to tell you that they feel they can't. Okay, I feel it's something to do with the fact that they made up a load of rubbish when the relationship ended, okay? And they talked, maybe they talked bad about you, or they just literally played the victim, okay? I'm going to have a deeper look as to why they can't come to you now, because I think there's more than just not being able to tell you the truth. So let me give these a shuffle. Like I said, this reading today is going to be blunt, to the point, no holes barred, no fluff. All right, so I'm just shuffling these, but while I'm doing that, I hope you, like I say, I hope you're well. I hope you're okay. If you'd like a reading, just click on the title of this video, okay? That'll take you to the description box, and the link to the website is in there. Just click on that link and you'll get to the website with all the readings. And thank you for your support. I do read all your comments, every single one of them. Keep going, hey? I know some days it's easier said than done, and I know that, and you watch videos and people say, oh, just keep going, keep going. But, you know, it will get better. Eventually, it will get better. Okay, what's the blockage? Oh dear. I said I was going to be blunt. Okay, let's word this for YouTube. Somebody you're connected into has played around with somebody and got more than they bargained for, possibly with some sort of rash. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, you'll know what that means. Got to be careful on here not to. They've been playing around. Okay, they've played around and they got more than they bargained for. Yeah, it is very specific today, isn't it? Right, what else have we got? Evidence, money. Gosh, this is a messy one. This is a messy one. Fishing for comments, wants you back. Massive ego. Okay. Whoa, right. I feel that the person can't come to you now because they have, well, the card just says court a case. Okay, let me just cover that up. So that is what's gone on here. In a nutshell, I said it was going to be blunt. I feel that you've got evidence, okay, of what they've been up to. But I do feel, okay, and I'm hearing that they're not all bad. How can I put this into words? You've got evidence, you've got photo proof, you've got evidence, okay? There's definitely some monetary thing going on here, but I feel that there's something, okay, there's something that you know about that isn't as bad as it looks. I hope this is going to make sense today. If this isn't your reading, it won't make sense at all, okay? But there's something that you've got evidence of that they want to tell you the truth about, and it's not as bad as it looks on paper. You know when somebody says, well, it's not as bad as it looks, but when you're looking at it, you think, well, actually, it looks really bloody bad to me. This looks awful. There's something here, all right? I think the problem with your ex is they were never very secure in their own skin, so they were always looking for or fishing fishing for some sort of comments, but it goes back to the fact that they were fishing for comments. They didn't deal with the issues in your relationship that you had. Everyone has issues. Everyone does. You know, it doesn't matter who you are, because life throws problems at us, okay? Now, they got more than they bargained for. They definitely want you back. But they've also been very, very stuck in their ego. Do you know, to be honest, I think part of it is you knew whoever they decided to go and be with was bad news. You know, they were nothing like you. I mean, you're the queen, the king, however you identify. But you are special. There's something very beautiful, very magnetic, very gorgeous about you. But they just went looking for, they got trashed. That's what I'm hearing. I said it was going to be blunt. And they went looking for compliments and comments because their ego, they were too proud to sit down and sort out what they needed to sort out with you. You were the shining light all along. And instead of being with you and working through it with you, this person just, I can just see this card actually. Love triangle. Third party, multiple lovers, choices. Okay, so yeah, that's what they did. They also, the unknown, there's the bankrupt card, so I don't know if there's something going on there with finances, or, you know, usually the classic is people separate, they get into other relationships, and then they don't have the finances, and they realise what stupid mistake I'm hearing this person's made. They don't have the finances, or don't just call them resources, to actually make that move back to you. Screenshot, getting evidence, proof, facts. Now there is definitely something that you have got evidence of, but what they would like to tell you is that it isn't actually quite as bad as it looks. It looks bad, but there's another story to this. But they can't come to you. Why can't they come to you at the moment? Let's have a look at their environment, shall we? Let's have a little look at their environment. Silly Billy, as we say in the UK. That's too many, Keeley. They've got a lot to say. Okay. Right. There's a connection in here possibly with a child as well, or a younger person, younger than you or your person. By child, it can be an adult child, okay? But I feel the problem here is that they have some bad news surrounding them at the moment, and there's some dream that is broken. But with that bankruptcy card, I feel the dream is smashed so much that they don't know where to start, okay? What I feel they would like to say to you is that they wish they had planned this better, or whatever happened, they didn't think, all right? They were definitely, as we say here, their head was turned by somebody else who wasn't as they seemed, and they were almost, what's the word? They were taken in by all the compliments that this other person gave them, okay? They were pulled in hook, line and sinker. I feel your ex is very vulnerable at the moment. I feel they haven't got a lot of energy, and I feel that they're feeling quite weak, that they just don't really know which way to turn. What's that one? Yeah, they feel with you that they left, or this relationship with you went south too quickly. What I know they would say to you today, if they could speak to you, is, I didn't plan, I acted in haste, I was rude, I was tactless, and I was hurtful, and I should have thought what I did through. Okay, now I feel that your person is a little bit tempestuous. I don't think they always plan. Now on a good day, I think that's great, because they're not like a stick in the mud. If you say, oh, can we do this or do that? Yeah, let's give it a go, let's give it a go. But on this occasion, whatever issues you had in your relationship when you separated, okay, were you taking care of other people? Something was going on here that you weren't spending enough time together, or you just can't be everywhere, you know. And that's another thing. If people ever say that to you, oh, well, what about me? And you're always, you cannot be everywhere. And if somebody isn't mature enough to understand that there are other things in life, it's that energy of people, you know, the mum's looking after the children, just a metaphor energy here. And then you could have the father or the male who doesn't think you're giving them enough attention when they're a grown adult and the kids are like 5 years old, all right? You can't do it. But they regret making your life difficult. There was something you were having to do at the time. There was something that you had to give your energy to. There was no choice. You had no choice. But instead of making your life easier, they were always just having a little dig, or why are you going there, or why are you doing that for such and such? And in the end, they wore you down. And instead of resolving this, they were so stuck in their ego, they wandered off, listened to somebody else's, you know, oh, of course they don't understand you, you'd be so much better off with me. And that's where they are at the moment, okay? That's where they are at the moment. What's going on in this relationship they've got now, please? It's up and down and it's in and out, okay? It's not stable. It's not stable at all, no. And it's in the Three of Swords. So it's disappointing. It's not working out. The third party's not working out. There's a lot of upset, disorder, chaos. There's a period of bad luck within your ex's environment at the moment. Yeah, absolute madness. Absolute madness. Are they going to come in? Are they going to come back in? Yeah, Two of Cups. You saw that shuffle. You saw that come out. Yes, they'll be back. I feel with the Two of Cups, okay, and I always see all sides and I'm channeling what I'm channeling. I feel this person was very childish, very rude, very stupid. They've caught a case, as you saw that card. They got taken in by somebody else while you weren't giving them what they perceived to be enough attention. They've learned the hard way, okay? If this is what you want, there will be a reconciliation. Okay, there will be a reconciliation. Because under that we have got the Nine of Cups. So whatever you decide, this is your reading, you will get it. So they will come back in, okay? But make sure that it is what you want. All right, it has definitely got to be what you want. But this is a very strong connection. And I do feel they regret it. Why can't they come in at the moment? Give me one more out of this deck. Just saw the Five of Cups. Why can't they come in? Eight of Swords. There's your answer. They're trapped, okay? But more than that with this card, they're trapped in the mind. They can't see a way out. They're not happy where they are. The connection they're in now is disconnected. They're a little bit nervous about some gossip, but they have a restriction, okay? But underneath that, we have the Knight of Cups. So they're going to move through this and they are going to come back in. Let's get you an advice card. Remember who you are. You're the magician. You can manifest this or you can manifest anything into your life. You have all the skills. You have all the skills. Whatever your thought, whatever you are thinking, you are creating. So if this is what you want, carry on visualizing the end. If not, you get to choose. This is your journey, okay? This is your journey. But definitely this person will be back in with the Two of Cups. And there is a very, very, very strong possibility that you will work this out. And I've seen it happen many, many times over the years. Many times. People can go through this. There can be third parties. Abject chaos. Okay? And then people will reconcile. And they work it out. And they stay together. Okay, so with the magician, what you need to do is you need to be that magician. Get very clear on what you want, who you want, and you decide how you want this relationship to go, not how it was in the past, okay? You tell yourself the story of the sort of relationship you want and stick to it. You don't have to see evidence out here to start with, okay? This is old news. This is previous thoughts out here. Just keep at it, okay? And know that this is on its way, okay? I love you very much. Put yourself first. You're on the pedestal, okay? But this ex has realised that. You're a very, very special person, okay? I love you. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.